Hello, epic viewers from around the multiverse. Prepare to indulge in experiencing sheer bliss, because today another riveting, captivating, stellar unboxing video is about to be brought to fruition. What item will I be unboxing? What item will I be opening? Without further delay, without further procrastination, allow me to elicit the box. What item is encompassed inside this bulky, hefty, tangible, nifty box? Let's find out. I'm going to demystify the answer to that inquiry right here, right now, so bear with me. It will only take me billions of picoseconds to extract the item from the box and subsequently flaunt it from the camera for you to feast your glorious eyes on. Here we go, the unboxing process is about to commence. The unboxing process is officially underway. What item have I prompted? What item have I drawn forth? What item have I elicited? Let's find out. The item is presently engulfed in bubble wrap. The item is obscured by an envelope. I presume that is engulfed in bubble wrap. I'm making an arbitrary assumption. Is it asinine of me to be presumptuous? Perhaps. Let's find out if I was right. Is the item engulfed in bubble wrap? Well, the inner coating of the envelope is comprised of bubble wrap, so technically it was engulfed in bubble wrap. Let me just showcase a paradigm of evidence to vindicate my point. I guess you could say the inner lining of the envelope is buffered with bubble wrap. It's comprised of bubble wrap. Where there's bubble wrap intact to the envelope. We'll just keep it simple. Alrighty. We have the illustrious, renowned, Rare Replay video game, which is an exclusive for the Xbox One. The Rare Replay is essentially a compilation disc. It has a myriad of video games embedded on the disc that were released amid the 1980s and the 1990s. Some of the games were released amid the early 2000s. You could play the Killer Instinct Gold Edition. You can also play the Banjo-Kazooie video games. The Cameo, I'm unsure what titles are on the Rare Replay disc. Now, why am I unsure? Well, I did not have them in front of me, but I can recollect that the video games playable on the Rare Replay compilation disc were developed by Rare. Can you play Conker's Bad Fur Day? Can you play Oh, actually, they're listed on the back. My vision is abysmal. I can barely see anything with my glasses on. I need some light. Alright, we have Cameo, Elements of Power, Killer Instinct Gold, Night Lore, Lunar, Jetman, Perfect Dark Zero, RC Pro, and RC Pro and 2, Saber Wolf. I need to clean my glasses. What does that say? Oh, whatever, let's move on. Snake Battle and Roll. My glasses are blurry at the moment. I need to clean the lens. I don't know if you can see how blurry they are. The text is obfuscated as a result of my glasses being blurry. Here we go, Solar Jetman, Underworld, Viva Pinata, Trouble in Paradise. You also have Gunfight, Grab by the Ghoulies, Jet Force Gemini, Jetpack Refueled, Conker's Bad Fur Day, Digger T-Rock, Banjo-Kazooie Nuts and Balls, Banjo-Tooie, Battletoads Arcade, Blast Corps, Attic Attack. Okay, here are the names of the games. I'm unsure if you could discern them because the font is so minuscule. Does this video game offer a modicum of value? Of course it does, if you're an avid devout gamer, then these video games will likely eminently appease you. However, if you detest and disdain video games in general, then these video games will likely not appeal to your niche interests or tickle your fancy. We have an exorbitant amount of characters embedded on the cover art. These characters are featured within the various games that were churned out by Rare. And then of course we have a video game case devoid of a manual. The manual may be embedded on the disc. That remains to be seen. It's an enigma at the moment. Then we have the disc. The disc is in near pristine condition. The disc is practically unscathed. Hopefully the integrity of the disc has not been compromised. It appears to not have been compromised. The disc is intact for now. Hopefully the disc will remain in pristine condition in the pending years, although I cannot guarantee that it will remain intact as a cohesive, flawless, mint-condition disc, or near mint-condition disc. The cover art can be removed at your own discretion. Remove it if you so choose to, or abstain from removing it if you want to. Retain it. Unfortunately, to the dismay of the PS4 gamer, this game is a Xbox One exclusive. The games have likely been upscaled to 1080p. Perhaps they've been rendered in native 1080p. That's an enigma. The compilation disc likely consists of at least 30 video games. So for under $20 you can't go wrong, even if you deem the video games to be egregious that are featured on the Rare Replay collection. Now why do I say this? Well, most modern day video games retail for at least $65. Post paying $65, you only get the vanilla version of a video game. When I say $65, I'm insinuating the price you pay post purchasing the game in the retail store, because you have to factor in the sales tax. So after you buy the game for $65, you only procure the vanilla version of the game. If you want the full experience, if you want all the downloadable content, if you want all the content that the video game has to offer, you'll have to succumb to paying over $100, possibly closer to $200 just to experience all that. But with the Rare Replay collection, it's exception to the rule. It offers tremendous intrinsic value because you're paying under $1 per game if you get it for under $20. I mean, you're relatively playing. You're relatively. You're rough. I actually made a blunder. Let me revamp that. Let me rephrase that. Let me state it more efficaciously. You're roughly paying closer to 75 cents if you can procure the Rare Replay collection for under $20. So it's roughly, what, 66 cents per game? That sounds about right. It's 0.66 times 30. I think that's 20. But you can verify that for yourself. It's 2 stars of 30 is 20. And if you're paying under $20, then it should be roughly 66 cents at most per game, so you really can't go wrong. And even if you don't find the video games to be very enthralling per se, at least you didn't lay out more than $1 per video game. So it's a lower admission fee to run this game on your Xbox One and lay out nearly $20 for it than it would be to even play these video games in an arcade. I don't think that they were released in an arcade, but if they were, it'd be far more expensive. So I know I'm babbling on about nonsense, but I truly believe that this Rare Replay collection has tremendous intrinsic value. I think it offers unprecedented value. I think you truly can't go wrong purchasing this, even if you're not fond with video games that were churned out by Rare amid the 1990s and the 21st century. And these games are also apparently Xbox Live compatible, so you can indulge in the multiplayer facet of these video games if you have a Xbox Live Gold membership. So this has a lot to offer. 30 video games, Xbox Live modes, augmented graphics, and perhaps achievements, over 10,000 achievement points, and perhaps it even offers additional content than the original versions of these video games. So they've been ported to the Xbox One. I'm buoyant, I'm gratified, I'm jubilant, I'm content. I'm happy that I can reap the opportunity. I'm happy that I can reap the opportunity to play these games without having to purchase them separately for retro video game consoles. So I'm not complaining, but perhaps you're agitated and you're infuriated that it's not cheaper. I recollect paying under $15, so for under $20, for under $15, you really can't go wrong. If you exceed the threshold of $30 for the game, you can't go wrong either, because you're only paying slightly over $1 per game if you're paying over $30 per game. Even if you had to pay $65, it's not the end of the world if you're paying slightly over $2 per game. So I hope that you deemed this video to be insightful. I recommend and advocate picking up the Rare Replay collection via eBay or Amazon when you get a chance. Have a wonderful, marvelous day.